Yeah, you better pass it around, cause I have one list. Everybody in this world should have it. Stop illusions, it's in your hands. Show yourself, reveal it to them. Yeah, you better take the time to recognize it. You won't leave me even if I try it. You're the artist, I'm the mess, and happily be found the new in your hands.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Elisabeth Unlimited podcast. I am here, talking today about grounding and earthing. And this, guys, this is one of my favorite things in the whole entire world. So much so that I literally made it a goal of mine to ground more than 1 million people on the earth, because I feel like it is one of the biggest things, the freest things, and the things that we have gotten disconnected from that literally can benefit our life, change our life, and get us out of pain, stress, inflammation. I mean, look at all the autoimmune disease that is rampant around the entire world right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. And what is the basis of autoimmune disease? What is that? Inflammation. Inflammation is the basis of autoimmune disease. I'm going to move you guys. TikTok, my mic was in the way. So yes, guys, I just want to share tonight the science, case studies, everything else about why this works. Okay. Why this works. So what if the missing link to your healing chronic stress, poor sleep, anxiety, inflammation was right under your feet. Right under your feet. This has been a woo-woo topic for such a long time. And it's so incredible to me because it's like, guys, there is now over 30 case studies proving the science behind this simple thing as to connecting your bare skin, your bare feet to the earth's surface. Okay. Direct contact on grass, dirt, sand, water. Using conductive things on the inside now. They have grounding products, which is phenomenal. Incredible. Okay. I have grounding products literally everywhere in my place. I'm on top of a laptop mat right now. I got my feet on pads. I'm grounded, guys, all day. And especially because I live up high, it is especially important for me to be grounded, because the higher up you go, as I will get into later, the higher up you go, the higher voltage that you have. Okay. The higher voltage. So what is earthing? What is grounding? Well, on the Earth's surface, there is an abundance of negative ions, an abundance of electrons, because on the equator of the Earth, there is lightning strikes, all the time, right? Charging the Earth's surface. Now, back in the late 1960s, 1970s, we got disconnected from the Earth's surface. We used to walk around in leather, soled shoes, or conductive material. So 1960s, 1970s, when they invented rubber-soled shoes, we got disconnected. And I could show a graph. Darn it, I didn't pull it up. But there's a graph that shows, and I'm not saying correlation means that it's the fact of why this happened. But I'm saying that I think that a lot of the reason why autoimmune disease went like this, why diabetes went like this, why the sale of rubber sole shoes went like this, I think that there's a tiny bit of correlation there. Maybe. Don't y'all think? I mean, I don't know. Who am I? I'm just saying. I think that there is some sort of something that could be adding into this, because, guys, when you are grounded, it is impossible to be chronically inflamed. It's impossible. So if autoimmune disease is caused by inflammation and it's impossible to be chronically inflamed when you're grounded, don't you think that if we were all grounded all the time and we weren't chronically inflamed, that you would see a decrease in autoimmune diseases? You would see a decrease in diabetes. You would see a decrease in all of these health conditions that begin because of inflammation, right? So the man that rediscovered grounding in the late 1990s has literally was in a bad place, really, really bad place, like health wise. And he brought himself back to health by grounding, just by grounding. The man that rediscovered this in the 1990s. So he healed himself from this and made it his life's mission to put the science out, to tell it to the world, to create these products, to help the world get back in touch with Mother Earth, okay? Because it is so incredibly important. All right. Richard Feynman, he's a Nobel physicist, confirmed that the Earth holds negative electrical charge. Okay, confirmed this. And this charge can stabilize us. So this is a Nobel winning physicist that confirms the science and the fact that the Earth is negatively charged and that our bodies are bioelectric systems. We're bioelectric beings, and earthing equals electrical nutrition. We need it. Our bodies are electric, guys. We are electricity. We are energy at the end of the day. Okay? Energy. So by earthing, it's giving your body electrical nutrition. I love that. I love that. We have been disconnected for so long, guys. I mean, I remember growing up, okay, when I was a little kid. Growing up, I used to play in the dirt. I was a dirty kid. I liked it, right? But then as soon as I started to realize who I was, right? When you start to look up as a child, I mean, when you're first, exploring the world, you're deep inside theta brainwave state, alpha brainwave state, and everything is wondrous. And it's just like, whoa, the whole world is just magical. And then all of a sudden something happens and you look up. And now it's like judgment comes and things. Now you have to be a person. Now you're told to be a certain way. The creativity gets stolen away. And now you're acting how you should, right? So that's what happened to me. I got disconnected from the earth because, ew, so dirty. I don't want my feet to get dirty. I'm a girl. I wear dresses, I wear heels. It's like that conditioning happens at a very young age. So I got disconnected from the earth a long time ago, until about 9 years ago when I discovered grounding, earthing. Okay. I discovered it when I was 20, I think 28 or something. And I ordered a grounding kit. And I remember the day that I got it because that's the day that my life changed. Okay. I got this grounding kit and I nerd out on things like this. So as soon as I got it, as soon as I got my kit, I put the sheet on the bed, I put the pillowcase on the pillow, and I stuck a patch on me, and I laid there naked in my bed, like, all right, what this gonna do? And as I laid there, I'm starting to feel some sort of something. It's almost like just a calm, just kind of just came over my body, right? And then this is what really changed me. This is the profound moment that I was like, what is this? Now I have to do the deep research. Now I have to figure out what the hell this is because I am signing up. Okay. So I was laying there, and guys, I started smoking cigarettes when I was 13 years old. Not a lot of people know that, but I quit. I smoked for a long time. Long time. I think I smoked about 16 years or something. I smoked for a long time. And so my lungs, it was hard for me to breathe deeper than my lungs, right? You're supposed to breathe deep into your belly button. Okay. I could never do that. But as I'm laying there on this grounded sheet with this pillowcase, with a patch on, I started to breathe and I'm like, holy mother forking shirt balls. I'm breathing lower than I've ever breathed before. I was like, wait a minute. Oh my God. And the breath just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And I was like, what is this? This is incredible. This is incredible. And I just laid there and breathed for like the next hour in shock. I was like, what is going on? And so my nerd self went deep into the research of what the hell was happening to me because I was like, this is incredible. So guys, it changed my life, I went deep into the research of why Okay. Why is this happening? This is happening because negative ions, electrons, guys. We need electrons. The cells in your body need electrons to function properly. Okay. And the earthing provides those free electrons, and those electrons go up in your body and they neutralize positively charged free radicals. Okay. Positively charged free radicals. What are those things? Well, those things are the things that are in our body that cause inflammation. It is the root of inflammation in the body. So, when you ground, when you connect your body to the earth's surface, you're sucking up all of those negative ions and they're neutralizing all of the fires that are going on in your body. They're neutralizing all of them. And this can be proved by thermograms. Okay. They can actually use thermography to show the difference between someone that's grounded and someone that is not. And they have shown through case studies, through multiple studies, that inflammation is visibly reduced after grounding for a short 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And guys, the things that are attached, the autoimmune diseases that are attached to inflammation, right? That start because of that, those free radicals creating all these fires within the body. I mean, you're looking at arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, MS, heart disease, Alzheimer's, cancer. I mean, all of these things are happening because of inflammation in the body. So what earthing is doing and what grounding and sucking up these negative ions is doing is it's restoring your zeta potential. What is your zeta potential? Well, it is your surface charge, right? It is reducing the surface charge of your red blood cells, of your cells. So think about this. Magnets, South Pole, North Pole, they attract, right? South Pole, North Pole, attract. Now, if you do not have enough electrons on the outside of your red blood cells, then your red blood cells are going to stick together. They're going to stick together, which is not good. That's not good because then your blood is going to be thick, right? We want our blood to be nice and thin and very, very fluid, going to all different parts of our bodies, because blood is the way that we get nutrition to different areas of our bodies, right? So when you're grounded, and you can prove this through thermography, through different methods of microscopic, I don't know, you can prove this. It's proved. I wish I would have gotten a PowerPoint and showed you guys the pictures, but after 2 hours of grounding, the red blood cells that were clumped together inside of the system are now not, because South Pole. Now they're bouncing off of each other. What is this doing? It's creating better circulation within the body, lowering the blood viscosity. This improves flow. This reduces stroke and heart attack risk, guys. Why? Because your blood is flowing smoothly. Your circulation is moving and flowing the way it's supposed to. The way it is supposed to. Different studies. One study showed a 54% reduction in midnight cortisol and a 34% increase in morning cortisol, which normalized these people's circadian rhythm. Okay. Normalized it because your circadian rhythm is supposed to be a certain way, right? You're supposed to have spikes of cortisol at certain times so that your body, kind of flows, ebb and flows with your sleep cycle. So people that were super messed up with sleep started to ground. They did a study on it. And this is what they found. 54% reduction in midnight cortisol. That's pretty incredible. That is pretty incredible. And a 34% increase in the morning. And the participants of this study, guys, reported better sleep, less anxiety, no depression, less irritability. I mean, think about it. When you're feeling in pain, okay, when you're feeling in pain, when you're not feeling good, like when I used to wake up from, gymnast ouchies and chef ouchies, you're not feeling good. You're not feeling positive because you're like, oh, here we go again. I got to get up again. And my body is just not with it. you're not feeling amazing, right? So when you ground, you're sucking that pain out of your body, and now you're flowing better. You're easy. It's easier to move. And listen, when I am not grounded, when I travel and I go to other countries where they don't have the correct outlets, I can't plug my tools inside of my grounding, stuff, and I can't ground when I'm out of town. I feel it. I feel it within a day. I'm like, holy crap, I can feel my body getting tight again. It's really, really amazing. Really amazing. I mean, I'm not lying about this stuff, guys. I will then, if I'm in another country, I'll either go to a body of water, okay, a body of water, because to ground in the ocean is one of the best places to do so, because you're not only connecting your feet or hands to the surface, your whole body is being just engulfed in these beautiful negative ions, and your skin is sucking them up everywhere. So have you guys ever noticed when going on vacation, right, to a beach, you go into the ocean, it's not only just that time that you get to spend with yourself and you get to relax and just, settle down a little bit. It's not just that, guys. It's because probably for once in such a long time, you got connected to the earth again. You dove into that ocean. You started to feel better. Your body started to calm down. Your body went from parasympathetic fight or flight sympathetic fight or flight to parasympathetic rest, digest, heal. And that is probably a different feeling for a lot of us. Let me ask you another question. When you go out after rainstorms, right? After rainstorms, you take a walk, or even as a child, you used to just play in the rain. I used to just take deep breaths out there. I love the smell of rain as a kid, playing outside. Tell me, when you got back inside, how great did you feel? How good did you feel from breathing that air in? That is because all of those negative ions are all in the air that you're breathing in. Because water is conductive. Water is conductive. So I promise, guys, think about it. After your vacations, you're feeling good. After rainstorms, you're feeling good. Put two and two together. It could have some correlation there. It could. I'm just saying. Because grounding, what does grounding do? It promotes parasympathetic tone. Okay. It shifts your nervous system out of fight or flight. That's why I challenge people. That are incredibly busy. Just take 20 to 30 minutes a day. Sit down on the earth's surface, put your hands, put your feet there, and just suck up those beautiful, beautiful negative ions and see how you feel. Because it is impossible to be stressed out when your body is in parasympathetic, rest and digest. It's impossible. And grounding, just connecting to the earth, shifts you back into homeostasis, takes you out of that stress response. Think about it. Okay, me as a working woman, right? I mean, we go to sleep, right? After we feed the family, we put the kids to sleep, we go to sleep, then we get up, right? Then we got to get the kids up. Then we got to make the husband the breakfast. And then we got to get the kids to school. And then we put on our heels and we walk into our jobs, our careers, which might be up at the top of the building. And then, we get stressed out at work, and boom, we're just getting hit left and right. Cortisol, adrenaline. I mean, inflammation, continuous. And then we walk with our heels back downstairs, go back home. We make the dinner for our families and then repeat the cycle again the next day without ever releasing that stress from our bodies out into the earth. I challenge people. Ground 20 to 30 minutes a day for a week. Tell me how you feel. Take that break after you get home from work. Take your shoes off. Go outside. Connect with the earth's surface. And see how that feeling just gets pulled out of your body. I mean, it's really, really incredible. And what I also realized, guys, after years of research into this stuff, is that I love this other exercise. It's called trauma release exercise. Okay. Trauma release exercise, TRE. It is coined and trademarked by Dr. David Berceli. Very, very incredible doctor. Okay. It's a practice that you basically exhaust your psoas muscle. And then in doing so, you release a bunch of stored trauma and tension in your body by shaking, by tremoring, right? So this is so interesting to me because animals in the wild do not have PTSD. Why don't they have PTSD? Well, if you ever watch the nature shows, you see lions, zebras grazing, and then you see the lions coming after the zebras, and they attack one, they get one, right? They bite a chunk out of the zebra's ass, right? The zebra's there bleeding out, like hurting. And the lion is full now, walks away. Now the zebra falls to the ground, starts tremoring, right? Starts shaking off that trauma. And then it gets up and it starts grazing like nothing ever happened. So I put two and two together, right? Trauma release, tension, you're shaking that stuff. But if you ground that stuff out of you, I mean, now it's really out of your body. It's really out of your body because I feel like trauma release is beautiful. That's a beautiful exercise. And I encourage everyone to look into it. And I will do probably a podcast strictly on it because of how powerful it is. But I realized that I think that you need to be grounded as you do trauma release because where is that energy going? Where is it displacing to? It might be going back into your body. I don't know. Just a thought. I'm not a doctor. This is just what I do, what I research. And guys, just my life and what I've been through and where I came from to where I'm at now. I mean, I live pain-free. I'm in super good shape. I mean, I have like a six pack. I mean, I have great muscles, muscle tone. My blood work is tip top on point. I'm in almost perfect health, guys. And this is after years of abusing my body. Okay. I was not out here always being Miss Healthy. Okay. I was not. I lived the crazy life. I was an alkie. I was a druggie. I went and partied all my life away. I had a diet for a while that was, this was like a full, probably 6 months of my life. And I'm almost a little bit embarrassed to say it, but not really because I don't really care. But my diet was a bottle of vodka and a double cheeseburger, 99 cents from McDonald's, because I had to have the vodka. So I had to eat cheap and keep myself fulfilled with something so I could drink more. This is where I was. I was abusing the shit out of my body for years. Years. Drugs, alcohol, partying, unconscious, out here just doing stupid stuff all the time. And I'm sitting here today, okay? Sitting here today. Now, I probably woke up maybe 9-10 years ago is when I started my spiritual journey and I started to treat myself better. But since then, I have healed my body because I had leaky gut. I had all types of issues. Alcohol will wreak havoc on your system. Havoc on your system. So I had a lot of healing to do. But I'm telling you guys, I sit here today, reverse aged, because my biological age is much younger than my actual age. So my insides are younger than my outsides. I'm sitting here today telling you guys, this is my story. This is how I've healed myself, doing these different things. And the number probably top 5, I would say top 5. Top 5 reasons why I feel like I've healed myself is because of grounding. And it's so simple and it doesn't cost any money. I'm not here trying to sell people anything. Literally just go outside, put your hands on the dirt, go garden, you're grounding. It's incredible. They did another study in the NICU with babies. And this study showed that babies showed instant improvements in HRV and vagal tone. Instant. Do you know what that means? What's HRV? Well, HRV is the timing between the beats of your heart, right? the timing between the beats of your heart. So when your HRV is high, it shows resilience in health, right? Because think about it. When you're in sympathetic fight or flight, your heart is beating like boom, 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 right? Very, very in rhythm. So you want your HRV, your beats to be kind of, not boom, boom. I mean, it shows resilience, right? Because it shows that your stress response is not activated, that your nervous system is in rest and digest. Okay. So in this study, these babies showed improvements in their HRV immediately. And then their vagal tone. And vagal tone is responsible for stress, calmness, inflammation control. This is from babies. And this is an actual study. Look it up. Look it up. Incredible stuff, guys. And it's just so simple. Everybody that I've grounded, everybody that I've told about grounding, everybody that I've sent grounding stuff to is like, yo, sending me DMs, sending me messages like, oh my God, my life is different. My life is now different. I'm waking up in way less pain. I mean, I even had a woman come to one of my book signings telling me, and I'm not recommending this because I'm not a doctor, but she told me she got off all her meds. All her meds. I mean, this is incredible. And so you got to think about it. You got to think about why mainstream would call this practice woo-woo. Oh, there's not much science behind it. It's woo-woo. How do you think that you're going to connect to the earth and heal? That doesn't even make sense. Of course, because they don't want us to be out here healthy, healed, not depending on the system for their pills so we can feel better. They don't want us to be free of that and to be in a healthy state where, look, I don't need nothing from that system, okay? Nothing, zero. I don't need anything from that system. I get blood work done 4 times a year. I get my hormones checked. I get my gut checked. I get all of the things checked. But I don't depend on that system for shit. Nothing. I have learned how to come back to health, come back to calm myself by doing deep research. That should be mainstream research, but unfortunately, these days it's not. It's not, but I get it because they can't profit off of healthy people. You can't profit out of a person that is walking in their own power, that doesn't need and isn't dependent upon any type of system whatsoever, and that is literally just moving in their divine power and purpose on a daily basis all day. You can't mess with those people. You can't manipulate those people. Period. Period. So you got to think about why they call some of these things woo-woo, why it takes so much research and deep research to find out about this stuff. I mean, guys, I've spent 10 years, a decade researching this type of stuff, going deep down rabbit holes, finding all types of crazy things that I tried. But it was so hard to find because they don't want you in your power. They don't want you in your higher self walking like the magnificent divine being that we all are. They don't want that because then we wouldn't need them. We would be whole and happy on our own. So I'm saying, if there's anybody that's listening to this that's like, oh, that's woo-woo, oh, that's just stupid, you can't heal yourself from the earth, I just challenge you. I challenge you to go outside and to sit your ass down on the earth 30 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, write in a journal, see how you feel afterwards. I promise you it's going to be different. I promise you that it's going to be different. Just so simple. Such a simple thing. It is such a simple thing that they hide from us, guys. Guys, there's grounding shoes you can even get. Listen, okay, this is the crazy story. So I was walking with I love nature, by the way. I am obsessed with nature. If I could go live in the middle of the forest, I would. Swear to God. But anyways, I was walking with my son. We always go on hikes. We were hiking through the forest and I'm like, Gabe, I'm like, I'm going to get us some moccasins and we're just going to be forest people for a day. And he's like, okay, because my kids loves nature too. So we put our moccasins on, and guys, moccasins, leather is conductive. So we put our moccasins on and we're walking through the forest. And all of a sudden I'm like, yo, I feel like energy. I feel energetic. I'm like, Gabe, let's run. And so me and Gabe started running through the forest. And listen, guys, like I said, I was a cigarette smoker for years. Okay. I was never a cardio person. I'm always like, I like to lift weights. You know, I'm more of a power lifter. I am not the cardio person at all. Still not. Still not. Do not make me run. I will not do it. Long distances. I can sprint fast, but no, long distances, absolutely not. So all of a sudden I felt inclined to take a little jog. And so me and my kids started running, right? We started running through the forest on the ground. And I was like, holy crap, Gabe, I'm not getting out of breath. I was like, we can keep going. And we kept going and going. Yo, we ran that day for literally like an hour. And I'm not exaggerating. And I have never done that in my life. Okay. I could run maybe 3 minutes and then I'm like dying. Yo, we ran for like an hour. And I'm not saying fast. We were jogging. But that's incredible. And why is that? Guys, the only thing different about that day was the moccasins. So it shows me through action, through trial and error, that as I was running, it was helping my body with endurance. It was lowering the inflammation that was going to prevent me from keeping going. This is incredible stuff. Just from fucking moccasins. I mean, go try it. Order some moccasins and go take a walk in the woods and see if you can run. See if you can have that endurance. I'm telling you, it will blow your freaking mind. It did mine. Seriously. Oh, let me mention too. Asphalt is not grounded, so it's not conductive. You cannot be grounded on asphalt. On concrete, you can. Concrete is conductive. Okay. Concrete is conductive. And if you're getting the sleep pads and you're getting the mats and stuff like that, I would not recommend the wire threaded sheets. Those go bad after like a week of use and one wash. Waste of money. So look for carbon fiber type grounding material. Okay. Carbon fiber. But people always ask me, like, how long do I have to be grounded? Oh, do I ground right on the pad? How do I do this? Well, you can put the pad, like the sheet pad, underneath your sheet. It does not need to be, you don't need to lay straight on it. I do because I'm crazy, but you don't have to, because as you're sleeping at night, your body, you sweat. And as you sweat, it moistens the sheet and it becomes conductive. So you're still getting those negative ions as you're sleeping. And same with the grounding shoes. I get asked, do I have to be barefoot in these grounding shoes? No, because like I said, your feet will sweat a little bit. Moisture creates conductivity, and you will suck up those beautiful electrons doing so. And guys, I mean, I have patches all over my house. If you guys have patches or order patches, the greatest places to put the patches, and this is by doing case studies, the greatest places to put patches are the palms of your hands. Okay. If you have an injury from waist up, or the K1 spot on your foot if you have injury from waist down. K1 is a third of the way up the middle of your foot on the bottom of your foot, a third of the way in the middle. Okay. K1. That's your kidney point. So when you ground there, it connects to different meridians in your body and it gives you the most grounding potential. So those are the greatest places to put your patches if you have some, or if you have an injury, you can actually stick a patch right on it, right on that injury. I mean, my son had a spider bite that made his arm swell so big, huge. He got a spider bite at my mother's house when my mother was watching him. I was out of town. I picked my son up and his arm had been swollen for like 3 days. 3 days, his arm was swollen. Nothing was helping. I took him home. I put a patch directly on the bump. And I took a picture 6 hours later. It was down by 50%. I took a picture 6 hours after that. It was down. There was only a little bit of inflammation. The next day, that thing was all the way down. No redness, no inflammation, nothing, because it pulled that inflammation out of there. It took all of that coagulated fluid, all of that stuff, and it created circulation, and it took that inflammation out of that area. I took pictures of this. If you guys ever come to any of my talks, I do PowerPoints on this. I show proof that this stuff is actually real. And look at the case studies. If you're having trouble believing that the earth can heal your body, look up the case studies. Okay? Look up the science. There is too much backing it at this point. When I first started talking about this stuff, like 9 years ago, people were looking at me like I was literally crazy. But now they can't. Now they can't look at me like I'm crazy because there's too much evidence. There's too much evidence out there. There are grounding patches. So you can look up patches. You can look up patches, grounding patches. There's different pads. There's work pads. There's bed pads. There's foot pads. There's car things that you can sit inside of your car seat and hook up into the ground in your car. Incredible stuff. And why does grounding work from the inside of your house? How? Well, all of our buildings are connected to a rod, a metal rod that goes deep into the earth. Why is that? So we don't get electrocuted when we have lightning storms, or else we would. So it actually grounds the electricity into the earth, those rods. So if you notice in your outlets, this is how you ground from the inside of your house. You order some grounding material. You plug the cord into the ground in your outlet, right? People are like, oh my God, am I going to get electrocuted? It's the ground. It's negative charge. There's literally no charge in the ground of your outlet. So you stick the thing in the ground of the outlet, and then you connect the cord to whatever grounding material you have, and the ground outlets are all connected to that rod that goes deep down into the earth. And that's how the electrons travel through the cord onto your whatever mat you may have, patch, whatever it is. And you sit there and you suck up the same electrons that you would if you were outside on the earth's surface. I can't wait, guys. I'm developing my own earthing products right now. Right now, I'm super excited because there is a lot of toxic products out there. There's a lot of toxic products. There's a lot of products that stop working after one wash, after you sweat a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of bad stuff out there. So I'm so happy to be letting you guys know that I will have grounding products very soon. Actually, probably not very soon. Probably like within the next 3 months, though. The next 3 months, because I am so obsessed with this. So obsessed with this because it is so profoundly just changed. It'll change my life. It changed my life. To wake up in massive amounts of pain every day, that's almost like a death sentence, guys. It is almost like a death sentence. So to get that pain taken away to where I can wake up and roll and dance out of bed, that's a gift that I am so grateful for, that I can offer to others, to you guys. It's as simple as that. I mean, think about it. Also, think about it. Wound healing. They've done studies with people with diabetes. You know, people with diabetes, you can't heal wounds normally. It takes forever sometimes. Sometimes the wounds don't even heal. There was a woman that they did a case study, and she had diabetes. She had this thing on her foot. It was like a gash that was not healing. It was not healing. So they put a patch right next to the gash, and within days, it started healing. Within days. This stuff is real. It's real, and it freaking works. And it has been a godsend for me. A godsend for me. A godsend for my son. What I have also noticed from grounding, guys, when I first started doing this 9 years ago, which is crazy because I've always been a girly girl. Okay. I've always been a girl. Ew, like it's so dirty. I don't want to touch it. You know, I looked up as a kid. Ew. I've always been that person. But when I started grounding and getting back in touch with the earth, yo, I don't care about no dirt. I'm gonna go hug a tree right now. I don't care if my bare feet are on the dirt and I get dirty anymore. And my empathy and connection to the earth now is so strong, like it never was before. Now I truly feel Mother Earth. I truly respect Mother Earth. I divinely connect to Mother Earth now. Now, when I see someone littering, it breaks my heart. It is impossible for me to litter. Impossible. It hurts me when I see people disrespecting the earth. It hurts me because I am so connected to the earth. And that is because I'm always connected to her through my grounding pads. I'm outside walking with my grounding shoes on. I'm always connected. I'm touching the leaves. I'm thanking the petals of the flowers. You're so pretty. I am connected all the time. Think about it. If you're a gardener, tell me you don't feel amazing after you go garden for a couple hours. Why do you think that is? Because your hands are digging into the earth. You're sucking up those negative ions in your hands. Okay, one last story before I get out of here. Incredible freaking story. This is what sold me, guys. This is what sold me on grounding. So I was in Cali, okay? I was in California, and I was meeting with the guy that rediscovered earthing, okay? I was meeting with him and his partner, and I went full nerd out. I'm like, how did this happen? Why did this happen? I started feeling so good. I go full nerd. I go deep into research, and I found the guy that rediscovered the thing. I hit him up. I was like, I need to meet you, and you need to tell me what's going on here. So that's pretty much exactly what happened. So I knew I was going to meet him. And I also knew I had a very good friend of mine that had a pond stroke. Okay. If you guys don't know what a pond stroke is, PONS, it is when you have a stroke and you get locked in your body. So that means that you're conscious, but you can't move, you can't talk. How scary is that? Oh my God. So this woman, this beautiful woman, Brisa, she's beautiful, beautiful soul. She was pond stroke. When she was in her stroke, she had to get a trach so she could eat and breathe. Okay. So she was trached for months. So when she woke up, they took that trach out and there was tons of scar tissue. Okay. She would have to have surgery every month to get all of that scar tissue out of her throat so she could eat. Every month she had to have surgery. So I called her. I knew she was in Cali. I'm like, hey, come on down to this meeting. Maybe this can benefit you in some sort of way. So she comes to this meeting. She walks in a couple days before she had that surgery. So she came in. She was like, hey, guys, I'm sorry, I can't talk because I just had surgery. So her voice was gone because she just had surgery on her throat. So the guy calls her over. Okay. He sits her down. He puts a patch on both of her hands, and she's sitting there telling us her story about her pond stroke. And as she's talking, her voice goes from, yeah, this happened and da, da, da. And then I started to realize that, when I woke up and blah, 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 da, 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 da. And I was like, does anyone else hear what's happening? And then I was observing her. Okay. This is what tripped me out. Okay. My ass was like, okay. I was looking at her and I saw it was like a red circle right on her throat, like this. It was red and it was a circle. And then I started seeing color come back into her face. And as she was talking louder, I was like, no one's saying anything. I'm going to stand up and say something. Hello, what is going on with her throat? She got a red mark on her throat. I was like, what is that? And she's talking loud. Do you hear yourself, Brisa? You're talking. I'm like, what's happening here? What's going on? Do you know that red spot was the blood rushing to that area? As I said before, guys, blood brings nutrition to different areas to heal different areas of your body. That's why you need blood. It's literally the transporter of all the things that you need within your system. That circle was all of the blood going to that area, healing that area in minutes. And then she started getting flushed, and then she started freaking out. She's like, oh my God, what's happening? I don't know what this is. She was like, what is this? This was incredible. I was like, yo, this is amazing. And then she left the meeting. She went and ate solid food after it. She doesn't do that. She has to eat soup for like a week after her surgery. She went and ate solid food after that. Do you know that now she is spreading grounding to everybody? Because it has helped her so much recover from the issues from her palm stroke. Oh my God. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff, guys. Incredible. Something so simple as going outside and putting your bare hands and bare feet on the earth's surface. It's free. You guys don't even need to buy the things. It is free. Heal yourself. You can. Heal yourself. There are many things, including this one. Get back in touch with Mother Earth, guys. Get back in touch with nature. Nature is perfect. We are not. But nature is perfect. Nature is perfect. Go spend more time there. Everybody's all freaked out. Everybody's all freaking in fight or flight all day. Everybody's all stressed out. Everybody's all watching the news. Everybody's all just creating all this stress in their lives. And I'm like, guys, it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like this. Slow down. Take a walk. Look at the beautiful flowers. Look at the beautiful trees. Look at the beautiful sky. Thank the sun for giving you this beautiful solar energy. Enjoy it. Enjoy these beautiful moments. There's so much beauty in this world that we miss on a daily basis because we're too busy. We're too stressed. We're thinking about the past. We're thinking about the future. Guys, get present. Get present with yourself. Get present. Get present in your body. Get present with yourself. Get present with nature. Oh my God. Nature has healed me. I talk about very complex hacks, very complex biohacks, peptides, and all these different things, neurooptimal, quantum computing, brain training. I talk about all these things, guys. I go deep into the science. I've done them. I have done all of these things, magnosphere, magnetic therapy, all of these different therapies. I have done them. But let me tell you something, and I will just be so honest and so transparent that going through what I've been through, when my life changed, April 10th, that's 3 months ago in a day, what has healed me and it continues to heal me from my situation, from the divorce, nature. Nature. It wasn't all the complicated biohacks that I have. Nature did it, guys. Nature and mindset. Getting outside. Appreciating what we miss. Staring at the trees. Like literally just staring at them. I go outside and I literally stare and wonder, oh my God, I can't believe the beauty. I can't believe it. Because when you switch your eyes from rose-colored stress, hurry, hustle mentality to wondrous, to inner child eyes, to whoa, look at the beauty surrounding me. I mean, my God, there's just so much of it. And it's like, whoa. I mean, I wish I could take all you guys on my walks with me because you guys would be like, she got issues. I'd be dancing around and I'm like, oh my God. I stop at everything that I notice that's beautiful and I stare at it with wonder. and appreciation and gratitude. Oh my God, there's so much beauty in the world. We just have to slow down enough to see it. This has been my life. I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience. I was sped up. Hustle, hustle, hustle. That's been my entire life. Hustle. I have been a hustler since 11 when I started trying to sell sage as weed. I have been a hustler since 11. And just in these past couple months, I'm like, yo, slow down. And since I've slowed down and I'm attracting my reality instead of hustling for it, my life has completely changed into magic. Every moment is magical. Every moment. Every moment, guys, just because I slowed down and I learned to look at the things that I appreciate, look at the beauty instead of the negativity. Look at the beauty, pay attention there. Pay attention to what's beautiful, what you find beautiful. Sink into that. You know, I was talking to somebody the other day and they said something so profound to me. You know, a lot of us have trouble figuring out what our purpose is, right? We have trouble figuring out what our purpose is because over time, you know, we build layer, mask, layer, mask. We don't even know who we are because we're so far away from our core because of all the pain, suffering, stress, right? Pain, suffering, and stress. So we have to peel those layers back to really get into who we are. So what my conversation with this beautiful, wise woman was, what did you enjoy before you looked up? Remember, guys, I was talking about how we're in theta, alpha, we're enjoying, we're in our creative space. And then all of a sudden, boop, we start looking up like, oh, we're getting judged. Oh, we need to be like this. Oh, the system is saying I need to act like this. Oh, my parents are telling me I need to be like this. Then we start getting judged and we start judging ourselves. That's when the masks start coming. So if you want to find out what your purpose is, think about how you were before you looked up. What did you love before you looked up? As a child, what were you attracted to back then? Connect with that part of yourself. That's where you'll find your ecstasy. That's where you'll find the beauty, the gratitude, those magical feelings. Because for me, it was nature. I was a nature girl. I even brought like a knife to school. I think it was in first grade. I brought a knife to school because I wanted to build a fort with some weeds. I literally was like cutting down like little sticks, trying to build a fort for myself. Like, what? But it makes so much sense now that the dark night of my soul that I just had 3 months ago and a day, that I got healed by nature. Of course. So align back to who you were and what you enjoyed before you looked up. That's where you'll find your pleasure. That's where it is. That's where it is, guys. I hope y'all got some good nuggets out of here. And I hope that everybody takes the time out to ground because I promise you, your life will change. PM me. Let me know how much it does because I know it will. I know it will. Everybody that I ground, everybody that I put onto this is like, yo, my life is different. I'm like, I know. Magical. It's magical. Don't forget, guys. Don't forget, join me on my tour. I talk about stuff like this. There are so many things and so many different ways to get out of stress. There's so many different ways. And unfortunately, they hide it from us. But because I have been through such a tumultuous life and been through probably every trauma that you could possibly think of, it was necessary for me to find all these things and experience all these things. I have done over 100 different holistic modalities, experimented on me. And then I bring them to you, the ones that work at least. The ones that work for me, I bring them to you guys. And that's what I'm sharing on my tour. Join me at one of my tour spots, guys. ElisabethUnlimited.com. Spelled with an S. Spelled with an S, guys. Spelled with an S. So visit my website, guys. I'm really, really proud of it. I'm super proud of my website, ElisabethUnlimited.com. See all the things that I have going on because it's so much. And I'm so grateful, thankful, blessed. Grateful, thankful, blessed that I'm on this venture, this new venture of mine, because I am literally, I feel so whole. So I feel so connected. I feel so connected now to you guys, to my purpose, to what I'm supposed to be doing out here. It's magic. I'm telling you guys, I share my magic and I awaken the magic in others. I do that. Ask anyone that I have been in contact with. I promise. I promise it's incredible stuff that goes on at these circles. So join me. Join me at one of these circles, guys. I'm not out here trying to like become a super, like rich off of this stuff. I am keeping these circles I'm capping them at 20 people because I realized from the first event, the first one that I did, it needed to be small because I want everybody that I share space with to feel comfortable, to feel empowered, to feel attended to, and to be able to share. And sometimes it's scary sharing when you're in front of tons and tons of people. So I capped my circles at 20. So check out my website, guys. 40 people per city. I'm doing 2 circles a day, morning, afternoon. And I'm bringing special guests. So who knows? Who knows who might join me? I mean, I had King Simon and Dr. B Serious join me in Atlanta. I got my girl Mystique joining me in Detroit. She's a lymphatic specialist. Mystique is magic, okay? I've known this girl for a long time. And this is one of the most brilliant people I've ever met in my life. And the way that she teaches about the lymph and, self-massage. I mean, she's given me so many techniques that have changed my life. Lymphatic work, guys. As soon as I started lymphatic work, my life changed. That's why I'm telling you, I bring you the things that literally make massive amounts of change in my life. When I started moving my lymph correctly and getting manual lymph drains and working on my lymph, the feeling that my body, the energy that my body shifted into was like euphoria. I remember I had my first lymph drain and I think it was like a day later, I just took it upon myself to literally go through in my entire phone to tell everybody that I was just grateful for them. I'm like, I love you. I'm so grateful for you. I was feeling that good. I was feeling that good. So she'll be joining me in Detroit August 3rd. I'm coming home to the D August 3rd. Come see me, guys. Come see me in the DD. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. It's going to be healing. It's going to be expressive. And we're sharing magic. Okay? Because we all got it. Don't let nobody tell you you don't have magic because every single one of us has it. We all have it. We just have lost touch with it. And so I'm trying to teach people to get back in touch with that magic, get back in touch with their own inner healing and become the rock stars, the powerful beings that I know we all are. I know it. I have been in the lowest of lows in my life. The lowest of lows, guys. 2 times in my life, I wanted to take myself out. I was like, it is too much. Too much. The lowest of lows. I've been at the brokest of brokes. But then again, guys, I have been at the top of the tops. I mean, even before this last thingy, I was a model and actress. I was walking down red carpets with the top of the tops. I have seen it all, been through it all. And now I'm here feeling so healthy, feeling so whole, feeling so grateful, feeling so blessed. And I'm here to be the example. So everybody can align with parts of my story and realize that you can do it too. Anybody can do it. I mean, going from being an 18-year-old stripper, selling drugs on the streets for years, getting in trouble, going to jail, catching cases, to building seven-figure businesses, throwing massive worldwide events, speaking worldwide. A worldwide speaker, guys. From that, to this, I'm here to show people this is my purpose. My life has been my purpose. My life is on a platter for you guys to see, align with, and realize, hey, I can go through that too, and then do what she's doing. I can go through that too, and then do what she's doing. Abso-freaking-lutely. Because if I can do it, y'all can. Anybody can. You just have to start believing in yourself. Start believing in yourself. Step outside of the manipulation. Look and see, hey, this is manipulation. Step outside of it and get your power back. Pull your power back into you because we all got it. We all got it. I'm on a tangent right now and I'm going to go because I'm just going to keep talking and talking. So you guys have a beautiful, beautiful Friday night. Okay. Everybody have a beautiful Friday night. Visit my website, Elisabeth, spelled with an S, unlimited.com. See what I got coming up. Okay. And I'm going to let y'all go because I'm going to ramble for hours if I don't jump off here. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so, so much. I hope this helped. And please, guys, try it. Try it. I promise you, you will feel different. Peace and love.